Welcome back to our channel. We are Ondra and Luci, and after a decade working in corporate jobs, we decided to quit, moved into our tiny home on wheels and left for our dream life in Scandinavia. In this video, we are exploring Tallinn, the capital city of Estonia.
So we are finally in Tallinn. It took us like an hour to find parking because half the city is construction zone. It's terrible.
Yeah, they are building like crazy. We have been 5 years ago and it's different city.
Yeah. And it's super windy, but it's sunny, so it's
but
nice.
It's cold.
Well.
Don't be tricked.
So let's go.
Tallinn, the capital city of Estonia, lies on the shore of the Baltic Sea and is just a few hours away from Helsinki by a ferry. Now we are going to see the old town Vanlife, which is on the UNESCO World Heritage List. We will follow narrow cobblestone streets all the way up to famous Toompea hill, the historic fortified seat of a king. We are in Tallinn's old town, and the church behind me is Alexander Nevsky's cathedral. It's the biggest cathedral of this like dome style in Estonia, and what's interesting is that it's perceived as a symbol of Russia. So after the fall of the Soviet Union, the people of Tallinn wanted to tear the building down, but they haven't any money to tear it down, so they keep it, and I think it's for the good because it's a beautiful building. It was not possible to film inside the church, but it's a Russian Orthodox church, so it was very dark inside and lots of gold, lots of candles. Understand how there is more tourists than when we were here in the middle of the summer 5 years ago. So this place where we are, it's called Toompea hill. It's the highest point in the town. There is two of these beautiful observational platforms where you can see whole Tallinn basically. And the Toompea, it was its own fortified city in the medieval times, and it has always been a place where the ruler of the Estonia lived, and it's basically till now because there is also a parliament just next to the Alexander Nevsky's cathedral. Fascinating that we are just 80 kilometers from Helsinki, from Finland, and we are in a different world. It's totally different. There is narrow cobblestone streets in Tallinn. There is stone houses.
It's a medieval city basically, compared to Helsinki, which is like a modern city, you know, completely different architecture.
Yeah, the problem with Scandinavia is that it has wooden houses, which is fine in the countryside, they can last for centuries, but in the cities there is always a fire, and so like the cities are not so old, basically like maximally 18th, 19th century, or here it's medieval city.
Yeah.
There is 1 zloty.
Tallinn's old town is one of the best preserved medieval city centers in Europe. Founded in the early 13th century, it was a major hub of the Hanseatic League. The city is still surrounded by its original defensive walls with over 20 watchtowers. It is said that more than 2/3 of the houses still have its original appearance from the 13th to 17th century. Rising above it all is the Toompea hill, which is a historic seat of power, now home to Estonia's parliament.
castles around whole Tallinn Old Town, and there is also 20 towers around, which makes Tallinn one of the best fortified medieval cities in Europe.
We are currently at the main square, which used to be the market square, and since the medieval times it was always center of business and merchants.
What is interesting or fun fact, this is the place where possibly was erected the first public Christmas tree in the world.
In 1440.
In
right?
1440, yeah, and I actually double checked because I thought it was our German neighbors who invented Christmas trees. So on Wikipedia I found the first recorded Christmas tree was 1550 in Strasbourg, but it's 100 years later, yeah, so it's probably Tallinn, and then I also find it's maybe Riga in 1500s. So I think the lesson is to always double check the information, and I think it's Tallinn, so we are standing at the place where probably the first ever public Christmas tree was erected.
I would just like to add that Tallinn is very similar to Prague, but it's much smaller than there is less tourists, less scam and these annoying things, and just the nice things that remain, it seems. It's also much more walkable. You can get everywhere in 15 minutes walking, which is nice.
We are just walking to Telliskivi quarter. It's a quarter of town like 10 minutes from the city center.
Like everything?
Like everything, it's very small in here, and it used to be like industrial area behind the city, and now it's like a creative center of the town.
Yeah, there is a market hall just behind us.
Yeah, lots of coffee places, design shops, some creative workshops, etc. So
Yeah.
it will be interesting. We've already been there 5 years ago and we love it, so we are coming again, and I hope we will have a coffee or something and enjoy.
Well, the service was quite rude. She was on the phone the whole time, but the coffee is okay.
So this is also some like old market hall or some industrial space, but now it's renovated and it's buzzing with life. There is lots of cafes, but there is also traditional butchery, flower market. You can buy here vegetables, fruits. There is second-hand shop just above us, and it's just buzzing with life. So the second floor, it was like a whole new world. I left Ondra downstairs with the coffee, and I went to roam through the market upstairs, and it was wonderful. Basically one quarter was charity shop, which sold clothes, furniture, old records, china, glass, etc. Then there was some bullshits, basically crap from China, and then basically half of the floor it was antique/vintage store, and there was everything, old Christmas ornaments, posters from 50 years ago. Then there was some military stuff, paintings, shoes, so many of old toys, and I even recognized some of the toys because we had them back when I was a kid. It was from my father's childhood or my aunts and uncles, childhood, like this old stuff from the communist era. There was everything basically.
Just a short walk from Tallinn's old town lies Telliskivi district. Once an industrial complex, now home to buzzing cafes, cozy bistros and thrift stores. Street art and colorful graffiti almost everywhere you look. At its core sits Fotografiska, a world-class photography museum surrounded by creative studios and shared workspaces. It is always so inspiring to visit Telliskivi. I think it's one of my favorite places in the entire Baltics. It's always so cool when these neighborhoods that used to be like factories, you know, and just these industrial neighborhoods turn into something new and cool. We liked it in Tampere because it used to be like a whole city basically like this.
Yeah, like made of factories. But in Tampere it was like nicer, smoother, like more like planned.
Yeah, this is like hipster neighborhood now.
And a bit like punk. It's like it's not so like planned. I think it's just like here and there. It's like popping, and new life is appearing.
I was always making fun of people who eat ice cream when it's cold outside. And after 4 months in Scandinavia, it seems I'm one of them.
So this water is called Kalamaja. It used to be Tallinn's main fishing harbor, and it's filled with old wooden colorful houses. It's not in such a good condition. It's a bit sketchy sometimes, but I think it's like next big thing next to Telliskivi, and geographically it really lies just next to Telliskivi, and in the middle of Kalamaja and Telliskivi there is this depot market hall which we showed you. So, we are back in the van.
Obviously.
We enjoyed Tallinn. We hope you enjoyed as well as we did.
It was exhausting somehow. I'm so tired.
It was, but I think it was worth it. What was your favorite part of the town?
Favorite part of the town? Well, I always like the Telliskivi. That's I'm not sure if it's my favorite part, but it's like the most interesting part probably. You know, because like the rest of the town is sort of like medieval town, and it's similar to Prague, and we are kind of used to it already.
That's true. We are used to medieval cities, so that's probably why we bought Value Telliskivi.
Yeah, yeah. It just, I think we like reusing the spaces for something new. You know, having something which was old and probably, I don't know, like unused, and like this brownfield, and then reusing it, and you know, making it to something interesting.
Yeah, it's always exciting. If you would be wonder how much time you should save for Tallinn if you would like to visit, we was fine with just one day, but we was constantly running. We ate really fast.
Didn't visit anything. You know,
Any museum.
one day is okay
anything.
to just run around and see the buildings and stuff.
Yeah, so I think if you want to enjoy Tallinn, I think you need 2 full days.
Yeah, maybe 3. Depends how much time you spend in restaurants and cafes and such.
Yeah, it also depends on the weather. Yeah, we were at the
Yeah.
end quite lucky.
Yeah.
Bye.